Hello, this is gonna be my first video for the year. I do know it has been a couple weeks since I did one, but nothing too much has happened since then. I'm more so gonna be talking about uh, what I'm looking forward to this year. Um, but as for a quick recap on things that happened, um, I went and got pierced. I got an eyebrow piercing. I don't know if it's really visible there. You can probably see it there. But I went and got that done New Year's Eve, and then I went over to Fort Worth um, to see their New Year's celebration. Pretty cool. It was a good time. It was a lot of walking back and forth for a good couple of hours, so it was definitely interesting. But yeah, that's what I do for New Year's. Let's see. Today is the 6th, so the Monday's the 5th. The 3rd of January, I went to a I went to a traveling circus that was here in my area. I bought last minute tickets to it because I decided, you know what, why the hell not? So went and went and saw it. It was a paranormal themed circus. Um, it was a good time. Good use of a couple of hours. I bought a couple of things. Um, Bought this plague doctor mask. Pretty cool. Got a souvenir photo. I'm terrible with photos, so I look like an idiot. Photos is one thing that I want to get better at taking and also being in. And then I got a little keychain thing that has a bunch of the performers on it. But yeah, that was Saturday. That was like 3 days ago. And yeah, um, today or Monday, I worked 10 to 8. All right day. Um, Today I was off. And today I went to go get an eye exam for some new glasses. I'm kind of shopping around, trying to see about getting some new frames because these are like 5 years old at this point. And yeah, I want to try some like smaller and some like round glasses, not so square. But yeah, I have to go around, I have to shop, see what I like, look at prices, things of that nature. But yeah, that's everything that's gone on of any importance lately. I actually one thing. I now have medical insurance, so that's a good. Um, yeah, that's good. It helps me with my visits to my specialist and any upcoming surgeries, or not surgeries, but any upcoming procedures like a colonoscopy I'm getting done in a couple months, stuff like that. Um, but yeah. Now, as for what I'm looking forward to this year, um, in 2 weeks I have a workshop from the program that I signed up for, the IEC, and they're the ones that like they run the classes and they also like help with finding a job through one of their partners. So after I get through with the workshop, they'll help with the job search along with me searching for my own jobs. Um, but yeah, maybe hopefully by the end of February, I might be starting a new job as a apprentice electrician somewhere. One can only hope. Um, yeah, that's one thing I'm looking forward to. A couple of things that I'm trying to get more into this year. Um, I want to take guitar more seriously. There's a course that I'm looking at that I'm thinking about buying, and just going through that, practicing, practicing guitar and things of that nature. Um, whenever I get the opportunity, because right now there's no consistent schedule, there's no consistent times, and then building a routine is really really rough. Building a routine for working out is rough too, just because of the fact that like I don't have a consistent schedule. I'm I either have to wake up super early and work out, and then go the rest of the day. Cause I'm also changing up my eating patterns. I'm doing one meal a day, or OMAD for short, and I basically go the entire day without eating, other than water, and I do have a tea in the morning whenever I go to my coffee shop that I go to. I switched it up. Instead of getting a chamomile, I'm doing a King Crimson tea with a little bit of honey. But other than that, in the morning, literally just water, nothing else to eat. So it would be like either I wake up early in the morning and do a workout, eat nothing, go through the rest of the day, and then eat at the end of it, which that sounds like torture. More than more fasting isn't torture, but it definitely is like a there's some mental game to it. But it's either do that or you know wake up, drink my tea, go throughout the day, feel a little bit of hunger, but not too much because I didn't work out and then not eat. Also, there's like a window for like working out where like I think it's like a 2 hour window where it's like best to eat to maximize your gains. But yeah, it's either wake up, go throughout my day, and then at the end of the day, do a workout, eat my meal, take my shower, do all my things, and then just go to sleep and go through it for the rest of the next day. Um, which that is what I'm doing right now. Working out at nights or working out at the end of the day, eating my meal, and shower, brush teeth, moisturize, the whole the whole thing. Um, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to do that very consistently. I'm doing uh so one day I'm doing calisthenic stuff. I'm doing squats, I'm doing push-ups, sit-ups, things of that nature. Very beginner level stuff. And then um the the other day I'm doing a bunch of not a bunch, but I'm doing like cardio stuff. I'm running and doing some jump rope. So if I'm at the boxing gym that I go to, I'll do a mile run, 15-minute jump rope, and then I'll do my normal boxing workout. 4 rounds of shadow boxing, two with weights, two without. 6 rounds of bag work, and then at the end of it, do 50 suitcase crunches or suitcase sit-ups. I forget which one they are, and then 50 Russian twists. Do shoulder shrugs and lateral raises, and then that would be my workout for that. Yeah. Um. Yeah. And hopefully that uh that over time, along with the fact that I'm gonna be fasting for like 22 hours at a time, help me lose some weight, because I do want to lose some weight. I do want to get in better shape. Um, but yeah, that's goals in terms of fitness. Um, music, obviously, guitar, practicing that. Um, building up my guitar skills this year. I want to read more. Um, I started reading again last year around the summertime. I went through about 5 books. Yeah, I went through 5 books. Good. A couple of them were recommendations from a couple friends, and then the rest of them were just ones I picked out. But I went through those, read it, enjoyed it. I picked up the Lord of the Rings trilogy last year. I started it, didn't finish it, and then I restarted it back around Thanksgiving. And I've been slowly chipping away at it. I'm almost done with the first book. Um, I'm at book 2 of the first book. I gotta get through that, and then I have the second and the third book, and then from there on, I did get another recommendation, actually, so I'll probably check that out after I finish that. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but after I finish that, check out that book, and then just throughout the year, just be reading books. Um, yeah. Um, what else? Photos and videos and things of that nature. I want to do less screen time on my phone. I'm planning on. There's a game I've. There's a gacha game I've been playing for like 7 years at this point on my phone. Um, so I'm gonna be stepping away from that. I'm going to be trying to use my phone a lot less. Fill it fill it up with more going out to places, more reading, uh, more music, more listening to music, more playing music. Just try to fill up my time with things that I find worthwhile. Um, yeah, maybe learn a language this year. Who knows? I would have to figure out what language, but yeah, maybe do that this year. Um, Fashion. I want to, last year, now that I'm at about where I want to be, I want to be a little bit smaller, but, now that I'm up to a weight where it doesn't feel like a waste of money to buy clothes, I want to get, more into my personal fashion. And, yeah, I started it last year, when I went to Old Navy and bought like $500 worth of clothes, all of which, actually not all, like 90% of which I don't wear. Because I've switched from colors to like blacks and grays and like white. I have one white button up, but yeah, I've changed the style a decent amount. Um, yeah, you know, there's so fashion as well. Um, you know, I don't got much else that I'm really looking for. Trying to grow out my hair. Maybe by the time that my birthday rolls around in February, I might have, I might feel that my hair is long enough to dye it. I want to dye it. I either want to dye it half white or full white. Um, Still kind of up in the air on which one I want to do. I've also been really debating like shaving my beard. Either doing like a Henry Cavill type. It's called a brogue. The technical term for it is a brogue, where it's basically short beard and mustache. Technical term for it, or not technical term for it. Brogue is just where the mustache is longer than the beard. The way that Henry Cavill had it whenever he was in Mission Impossible Fallout, where it was like essentially stubble and then just a nice defined mustache. I've been thinking about maybe doing that. Um, and if not that, just completely shaving it off. Because I haven't seen myself without a beard in a good amount of years. I'm kind of curious, and then now with me kind of growing my hair out and then getting it dyed, maybe it might be a good change of pace. To get rid of the beard, see what I look like underneath. Changing hair, new glasses. Why not change up the beard and everything? Um, Still a little iffy on that. Still trying to decide, cause my beard, it works. It works for me. And it works for me, and it's comfortable. And I know I can always grow it back, but there's a time in between growing it back to where it is now, where it all looks kind of iffy, and like if I don't like it, then I have to go through that. So yeah, bit iffy. Still trying to decide. Plus, the there's a girl that I'm talking to that has not seen me without a beard, and I don't know if shaving my beard off right now is the best idea. So that's another thing kind of holding me back. Because, like, if I shave it and she doesn't like it, what do I do then? You know, that kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. For sure, I'm getting new glasses. For sure, I'm growing my hair out. For sure, I'm gonna dye it. As for whether or not the half or the full, I'm kind of leaning. I was originally leaning for half white. Now I'm kind of really leaning into like the full white hair. Call me crazy. I kind of want to try it. End goal of my hair is like wolf cut type hair. I still got a long way to go before my hair gets to the length of that, but in the meantime, I'm doing what I can with it. I'm not touching it. I'm not cutting it. I've definitely thought about going to get some maintenance cuts to help it grow in the way that it needs to, but I'm also struggling to find a like a good salon to go and do that. And it's not necessarily that I'm struggling to find one. It's just that like there's some good rated ones, couple hundred views, But the thing about me is that like I go through and look at the reviews, and I go to the lowest rated reviews, which are all the 1 stars, and then I get I get psyched out. Um, Another thing that doesn't help with trying to find somewhere to go for my hair is the fact that I don't have socials. Um, a bunch of salons and a bunch of people that cut hair post, their work on social media, on Instagram. I don't have that. So I can't see those photos. I can't see the work that people do, which is it really sucks in all honesty, dealing with that, because like trying to find someone that like I can verify their work, um, is very difficult because all of it is on Instagram, and I don't have Instagram. I don't have Instagram. I don't have Snapchat. I don't have Facebook. I don't have X. I don't have anything other than YouTube and these videos that I do. I don't have anything. So I mean, I have Discord, but that's for my gotcha game, of which I'm stepping away from. So that, honestly, that doesn't mean anything at this point. But yeah, um, yeah, that's the predicament I'm in right now. I do want to get it cut to where it grows correctly into what it needs to be. Is just finding someone I trust to cut my hair, cause my barber that I've gone to for the past year, little over a year, um, great great barber for like fades and stuff. I don't know about his like scissor work and with long hair, cause he's a fade guy. He does a lot of fades. He's great at fades. Um, when I was getting that and not trying to grow out my hair, dude did a good job, did an amazing job. But now that I'm growing it out, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't seen, again, I can't see anything of like, of anybody's work. So, yeah, that's the predicament I'm in with my whole hair situation. Um, but yeah, that's everything that's going on with me. I'm working for the rest of this week. I have one day off, and that was today. I worked yesterday, Monday. I was off today. Tuesday, I work from 5 to 9. Thursday, I work from 12 to 8. I think, because I'll have to check. But I'm going to the store that's near me over here by my house. The one that I work at normally is like 10 minutes from here. The one that is near me is like 3. But starting Thursdays now, I'm over there. I think I'll have to check with someone. But yeah, Thursday, 12 to 8. Friday, 12 to 8. Or not 12, 10:30 to 8. Saturday, 10:30 to 6. And then Sunday, 10:30 to 8. You know, it's a busy week. One day off, and total like 40 something hours. I don't know. I think like 46 hours. Next paycheck will hopefully look good. Um, Speaking of paychecks, I have to file taxes. I've never filed taxes before. I got to figure that whole situation out. So wish me luck. Hopefully I do it right and the IRS doesn't come a knocking. But yeah, that is now everything. So, thank you for watching. Anybody that watches, thank you for commenting. Anybody that comments, I do read them. I do appreciate them. Um, if anybody feels like saying what they're looking forward to this year, I mean, I guess, comment it down below if you feel so inclined. No, uh, up to you completely. One thing that I do actually plan on doing this year is more like random videos of thoughts that I have. Because there's thoughts that kind of like run through my head that I don't have an outlet for. So I was thinking, okay, why not just, instead of it just being strictly my, you know, updates of how my week has been or how past couple of days have been, just more like, hey, here's a thought that I had that I want to talk about because I find it interesting. That is one thing that I do plan on doing more. Yeah, but now that's everything. So, to my next video, I will try to have it next week, a full week on like a Tuesday. But yeah, that is everything. So, till next video, see ya.